Today, we're going to discuss some products that we just got into our lineup and that we think you should have in your lineup. Just a reminder, we've been talking about it for a while now. Just want to let you know, 7 days, just 7 days left to sign up for Wilson Auto Detailing his free training. Luke, great guy, only 7 days left. Don't be mad because you're out of a seat.
September 15th, there's limited spots, links in the description, it's free. Go get it. All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, we're gonna talk about the introduction of 2 new products into our lineup. These have saved us a lot of time, a bunch of money, and a lot of headaches, and a lot of extra work. Previous to us using these products, we have had a lot of success working with cars up to a certain point as far as exterior detailing. As we all know, every exterior detail is going to require a different level of cleaning. The debris, the embedded contaminants, and the soiling on the surface can range. So we have a couple clients that have vehicles that need to be done on a monthly basis. One of the clients has 3 large trucks that are lifted. They're housed on a farm, as well as a trailer that's used to haul 3 horses. The other client has 7 work vehicles. It's a fleet, so it's a mixture of 4 Transit Connects and some diesel vehicles, as well as a large box truck and their personal vehicles. But these vehicles are also working on dairies and farms consistently. So they all have heavy mud, heavy soiling. These take a ridiculous amount of time to wash, to break down the mud. Bugs. And it's just, it got to the point where it's so time consuming. After trying everything, we almost gave up until we went to go see our man Steven at PNS East Bay at the PNS headquarters flagship store. And he broke it down for us, gave us a few suggestions, and man, they came in clutch. So previously what we were doing in order to remove heavy mud and heavy grime on the surface of these vehicles is we were either cutting down the amount of water that we were diluting the chemicals with, and at times even going full strength. Same thing with soap. We were really cutting the soap down, but we were noticing we were using a lot of volume when it came to chemicals. And as you guys know, when you're doing fleet work or multiple vehicles, the idea is to get it done in a fast, time-efficient manner, get out of there. Especially with the fleet, you don't want to be spending a ton of time there if you're not getting a high dollar amount. So what was happening was we were finding ourselves washing these cars sometimes 2 times, sometimes even foaming it 3 times and giving it 2 contact washes. What it was doing was it was clogging up a lot of our wash mitts, having to, we would have to replace the wash mitts faster than usual during the wash process, which was not only, costly on supplies, and then I'd have to come home, wash extra amount of towels and wash mitts, and then also during the drying process, we would find, areas where the water was channeling, and you would see mud, dirt, grime being released from those areas. So even though the rinse process was taking, a lot longer, not to mention the breakdown of mud.
The first area that cut down time was the pre-wash, where the pre-wash, what consists of our pre-wash, is doing the pre-treatment with with some type of all-purpose cleaner. We would put these on the bottom of the vehicles, the grill, all the areas where the heavy grime and the bugs tend to make up the majority of it. A bug sponge, and go through and scrub it and pressure wash.
And at times,
at times, we would have to repeat this process because we didn't get all. So with these products, this pretty much has eliminated that whole scrubbing step in itself.
With the elimination of the scrubbing, what we're doing is we're pre-treating the area after an initial soaking of the bottom areas, as well as the windshield, any crossbars above, any areas, flat surfaces in the front, bumpers, grills, any areas where there's heavy buildup, grime, bugs around the wheel wells where there's heavy mud. What we're doing is we're rinsing those first, pre-treating, letting the pre-treatment sit for a second, maybe a minute or so. Then we're going through with the pressure washer, and we're seeing pretty much almost everything release without the scrubbing. If there's anything left over that we need to eliminate, what we do is we'll pre-treat one more time, then stack it with the soap. After the soap hits it, we know now with what we're using, it's gonna clean amazing. We're not gonna have to go through, wash it a second time, wash it a third time possibly. We're not gonna have to go through, once we're done, to follow up if there's any bugs caught in the grill or anything stuck onto the surfaces of the hood or the windshield or even the mirrors itself. So this process has eliminated, I would probably say off of each job, it has eliminated an easy 25 minutes. So there's no scrubbing. How much time do you guys spend scrubbing a grill of a heavily used work vehicle? We're talking a country vehicle where there's, like if you live in Fresno, Bakersfield, parts of the Central Valley, Montana, if you're in any area where there's going to be any kind of heavy bugs, you guys know how much work and effort it does to take these off when you're maintaining a car once a month.
On those work trucks, what do you call that with the cage on top?
Oh,
those
yes.
parts with the bars you got to get with the bug sponge. This eliminated that.
Yes, it eliminated all of it, guys. Like the heavy grills, crossbars, anything that's going to be catching any kind of bugs. This stuff right here, you need it, unless you like scrubbing. So, with the elimination of the scrubbing, that's obviously a big, huge advantage and a time killer right there. So you're eliminating that. You're working faster. We've also noticed the whole elimination of another man on the job. It used to take us 2 people to wash these cars, to scrub them as they're wet, to get them done and rinsed in an efficient time. Sal was finishing up on some wheels the other day. By the time I was done pre-treating and rinsing, the vehicle had already looked, with just the pre-treatment, prior to even the soap, the vehicle had already, and this was the most heavily soiled one. This was the work one, the one that's going into the fields, doing a lot of the irrigation, doing a lot of the heavy work. So this one is pretty much the workhorse of the fleet. This one, I couldn't tell you how surprised and how excited I was, because by the time Sal was done with those tires, all we literally had to do was foam it and give it a wash. One pass, done. This vehicle looked like it was washed 2 or 3 times. It looked like it was at least foamed a minimum of twice. We foamed it. I hit it one more time with the pre-treat, foamed it up, and washed it up. It was done. We didn't have to dry because obviously it's a work truck and we're using spot-free water. All we had to do was hit those windows and it was looking nice. Touch up the black trim. We were good to go.
When I noticed this thing was for real, these products, is when I was doing the finishers and the finishing touches on the last of the vehicles. Well, Joel went to go start on the horse trailer. When I got to the horse trailer, I said, all right, we can go back and finish those. Joel said, no, that is done. This is the only side we have to do. Because him using this product, he did have me. He had the products were me working on that trailer.
Yeah.
That's when I knew it was for real.
Yeah, it put us pretty much a full car ahead of schedule. So by the time Sal had finished up the vehicle he was working on, I had finished up the vehicle I was working on. Tire shine, everything before he finished his. His was a lifted truck that he had to spend a little bit more time on, like the 24-inch rims and the tires. But I finished up the work truck. I was already halfway done with the trailer, with the horse trailer. This horse trailer is a 40-foot horse trailer. It has a flat front surface, which just catches bugs. I didn't have to scrub any bugs off there. I hit it with the pre-treatment, let it sit for a second, knocked all them things off. I was done with the whole complete side of the exterior of the trailer. We probably finished up the trailer in about 25 minutes. Items have superior breakdown and heavy grime and bugs on any type of vehicles. These are going to be our new go-tos when we have any fleet works or just upon initial inspection if a vehicle was parked under a tree or just has any heavy soiling where we feel like it's going to need multiple washes. We're going straight into these. We're not wasting any time. As far as pre-treatment, this will replace our existing pre-treatment because this one has been so impactful and it eliminates the scrubbing. The products were recommended to us by Steven at PNS East Bay. I was a little skeptical on them because I've used products in the past that have claimed to do the same job. I've used products from other brands, from multiple other brands. Like I said, I messed with dilution ratios that really didn't make much of a difference. That would actually be harmful in some cases to the vehicle surfaces. So you're kind of playing with fire at that point, which I didn't want to really be risking anything. I want to keep everything as safe as possible. I like to reduce the risk on our business. So this first product is going to be a concentrated tough cleaner used for exteriors only. It's for undercarriage, frame, and wheels. It's also a high foaming formula, and it's a great pre-treatment, spray, and wash. So this is what it's formulated to do. It's meant to do this, and it's doing it very well. The product I'm talking about is MudBuster by PNS in their off-road line. These guys, I'm telling you, I even gave a pint to one of my buddies who came by and did some work for us, and just because I was so excited and I want him to try it, just so he becomes a believer also. I think this thing is going to be on the level of probably the best pre-treatment out there that I've used. I think if PNS gives this thing a push, I think they can do amazing sales-wise with this because it's a super underrated product. I haven't heard much about the off-road line. That's why I kind of really didn't try it. I just kind of said, oh, maybe it's a little bit stronger, but I'm not really seeing much difference in a lot of these chemicals that are claiming to be a little bit stronger or formulated for certain types of vehicles. But this one changed my mind completely. Worth every penny. I'm probably going to start buying both by the gallon, the pre-treatment as well as the one I'm going to have Sal introduce. But guys, if you don't like scrubbing, if your pre-treatments aren't doing what you want them to do, get this stuff. This stuff is great. I'm going to link it in the description below. Right now, I'm not seeing it anywhere on Amazon. I'm not seeing it in a lot of places. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link Detailed Image, which is one of the premier detail supply stores online. I get a lot of my supplies there. They have great stuff. So click the link in the description below and then just search for it. You'll be able to find it there by the gallon or the pint. And now Sal's going to get into the foam wash.
So with the MudBuster stacked with this soap right here is highly concentrated, 1 ounce per gallon. This soap here is safe for all finishes. It also has some rust inhibitors in it. This stuff right here, wide open. Another brand off the P&S off-road brand, wide open for all terrain wash. Stacked with the MudBuster, complete. Get it in your lineup. I can't say enough great things about it. This stuff is formulated for mud, for heavy grind.
It blew us away. It truly blew us away. We were expecting the same results from that we were getting from other brands and from other products that stated they were going to, deliver superior results, and we weren't seeing any difference. Maybe a small difference, but it wasn't worth the risk of using these, heavily acidic or heavily alkaline based products that when you're messing with pH, especially if you're in direct sun, which some of us don't have the pleasure of working in shade all the time. Like I said, we're doing both of these in rural areas. We're on a farm for one of them, so we are working early, but we need something that's going to take care of the job the first time, where we're not having to do multiple, and you end up spending more money when I'm having to, when I'm using it more concentrated. The stuff I was using before, using it more concentrated, I'm going through a lot more of it. Both of these are dilutable, heavily dilutable, and you can always boost it up a little bit more if you need to. But going forward, MudBuster will be our primary pre-rinse and our pre-wash, our pre-soak for any hard areas of the vehicle that get a lot of caked on dirt, debris, and bugs. And then for any vehicles, probably any lifted trucks or anything that we know is getting a little bit more off-road type of attention, we're going to definitely go with the wide open. And these things stacked together, man, they're just a time saver, a money saver, all around just great product. Another home run by P&S in my opinion. So if you guys have any questions about the products, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you guys are using the products, let us know what you're using them for, because I'm sure they have some other great purposes that we're not using them for. But we just started working with these guys. I don't see us getting rid of them anytime soon. They have a permanent place in our lineup, and I suggest they have a permanent place in yours because they're that good. Everything that we recommend is going to be quality products, so I wouldn't sleep on this because if you do, you're going to feel sorry that you didn't do it earlier. If you do try it later on, don't waste your time, don't waste your money. Go get it now. When you get those jobs where you need it, you're going to wish you had it. Let's just put it that way. And if they're preventing us from having to wash the cars multiple times and getting amazing results, I would say those vehicles we did on the farm look better than we ever have had them look. And we do a good job every time, but just the extra, grease cutting and the extra mud breakdown and grind breakdown and bug guts breakdown, this made the cars just sparkle, and it made our job that much more enjoyable. I even put a post up that morning with a shout out to Detailed or to P&S thanking them.
Oh, I'm going to put one out today.
Yeah.
For the crossbars.
Yeah, just how much it was just a thank you, because it really made that big of a difference. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember, MudBuster, wide open, P&S off-road. Go get it. Linked in the description below.